taste your banana cake?
Sure.
Goddamn, I'm sitting right here. What the fuck? I'm sitting right here.
Did you taste this?
I don't think so.
You'd like this.
It's good.
Is it? May I taste your banana? May I taste your banana cake? Your banana cake? May I taste your banana cake? I think I did taste this.
It's like a Laffy Taffy. And we're live.
With Paranormal Spirits, place we come to get our booze on. We talk about the booze, the things that go bump in the night. And I get to do that with all my booze. I'm Mike Black. To my left, my beautiful and talented Alyssa Black.
Hello.
Across from me, my sidekick confidant, best friend, the lovely and talented John Burkett.
Hello again.
I literally thought you were going to say love of my life. I really did. I was like expecting that for some
my
reason.
friend.
No, no, not quite there.
What am I now?
No, not the love of my life. Best friend confidant for sure. I tell him all my secrets. Like when you're acting bitchy and I have to have somebody to talk to.
That's not a
I
secret.
tell John. Yeah, it is. I don't tell everybody.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate that.
I just tell John. I don't like blast it on Facebook.
Listen, let's not.
No.
That's
No,
for certain
that's tacky.
types of, yeah.
That's tacky. I wouldn't do that.
Thanks.
But I will tell John.
Okay.
Don't I, John? Mm-hmm. See, I told you. But you won't rat me out and tell her what I said, will you?
Listen, I can only
No, he
imagine.
will tell you that I said it, but he won't tell you what I said.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure.
So who do you talk to about me?
Everybody.
You do, don't you?
No, I don't.
I bet you do.
No, I don't.
No, it's Sarah. That's who you tell.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't really complain that much. And I will use like a general statement.
How could you?
I know,
You're married
perfection.
to me.
Perfection. No, I really don't. It's just, you know what? And it's funny because it's usually those niggles that like most wives have.
Mm-hmm.
Those what?
Moans and niggles?
Moans and niggles?
Moans and niggles? One of our favorite watch guys, Jody.
One more. Just one
Just
more
one
watch.
more watch. When he does his reviews at the ends, he says I'll give you my moans and niggles.
I haven't watched that.
I guess is it Australian maybe?
He's
Yes.
Irish or
He's Scottish.
He's Scottish, but he's
and he
in
moves
Australia.
to Australia. Yeah.
But the same things that all the women, you know what I mean? Like the whole not paying attention to detail or not listening to me when I tell you something. So it's like
For the 17th time.
yes, and I'm like
complaining watch guys. What the hell happened to Archie Luxury? Where has Archie Luxury been? Calling out Archie. Paul Pluto, where are you?
I don't know. He's probably in debtor prison if there still is one for buying all those stupid watches on credit.
Maybe in Australia they might have a debtor.
No, he's in Thailand.
Oh, he was doing a lot of trips to...
Yeah, he moved to Thailand.
Did he
so
move to Thailand?
I think so. And the only reason somebody lives in Thailand or goes to Thailand.
Oh,
It is
he was
beautiful.
quite clear. He did an episode. It was trips to Thailand and to the bars and stuff.
there's some beautiful places in Thailand, and not to mention it is very inexpensive to live there.
Is it?
It's very inexpensive not to get there.
Well, his tour was of the red light district in Bangkok.
Oh, I'm not talking about
I'm
that. I'm not
sure.
talking about that.
And they don't call it Bangkok for nothing.
I'm sure. Oh my God. I'm sure.
But no, it's truly beautiful, and apparently it's extremely cheap.
Yeah,
It's actually not
for sure.
expensive to vacation once you get there.
Okay, so
Yeah, but it's hot as fuck though.
Yeah, it is.
Lots
So
of
if
mosquitoes.
you're hopping on this show expecting the normal that you normally get from us, where we start off telling you a story about some spooky thing, and this is going to be a little bit different tonight. This is kind of a break for all of us, so that we can just sit and talk for a change, because we don't get to do a lot of that because it's all prep for the show, and then we do the show, and then we got everything that we do in post production and all that. So this is kind of a vacation night for us, but we're going to bring you in and let you share with us. So let me tell you about all the places you can go to find us. You can go to 3B Paranormal Spirits on YouTube. And if you go to YouTube, right down
It's right
there.
there.
Yeah, right about there. If you look down below there, there's a button and it says subscribe. And when you see that button, if you will just poke the hell out of it, it'll make the number of subscribers go up, which is really, really good for us. And if you want to help us out, that's the way you can help us out, help drive that number up. If you want to get notified, you can also, after you hit subscribe, you'll get an option to hit a bell,
That's over right around here.
Yeah, something like that. And you can...
To the left of the like.
And you can hit that like button on the way over to that bell, and then you'll click the bell and you'll get a notification.
I think you passed the bell on the way to the like.
Do you?
I don't know that roadmap.
You know what? Just hit
I know where the subscribe button is, though. Subscribe's right over there.
Just hit everything along that line below, and we'll be good. So that's on YouTube. If you go to our website, that is paranormal-spirits.com. That's a landing site. You can get to Boozy's Boutique, where we sell dad caps and trucker caps and boozies koozies and koozie covers. And well, we don't have those yet, but we have all kinds of swag on our swag store. And you can go to Instagram, TikTok, or X. And when you go there, it's paranormal_DASH_spirits. And I'm going to put it right there where I'm pointing so that you can find it. And you can go to those and look at all of we do shorts and little short clips from the videos that we do so that you can get a taste of us without having to sit through a whole podcast first. If you're wondering, hey, what if these guys are any good? You can go there and see some of that and check us out. And then once you figure out, oh my God, these guys are amazing, I'm going to come back and listen to the whole show. So,
speaking of taste,
taste, what are you tasting tonight?
Ardbeg Wee Beastie again, because I apparently
you're kind of hooked on the Ardbeg Wee Beastie.
And I'm all about variety, but not recently. Not when it
I've
comes
noticed
to
that
Scotch.
that is like your go-to
it
Scotch
really is.
now.
I'm loving it.
So you're drinking the Wee Beastie 5. So that's a 5-year-old single malt Isla single malt Scotch whiskey.
Heavily
peated. John and I.
Is that why they call it Wee Beastie?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's
wee because it's 5 years instead of their standard 10.
And the Beastie is because it's peaty.
It's a peat monster.
Wee peaty.
So John and I, connoisseurs of Scotch that we are, with our elevated palate,
bless.
We are drinking a Lagavulin special release for 2023. I'm assuming they do this like once a year. They put out a special release.
Also,
so for 2023,
well seasoned livers, which is why you drink that, because it is that is a high ABV.
Oh, it's only 117 proof.
Listen here.
This is a 90 something.
Yeah, I mean, look, you're right there with us. So it's a 12-year-old Lagavulin that has been aged in Don Julio Añejo cask.
Double matured.
Okay, so John,
it's 95.
You've had a little bit of this. So does this
details?
Do you get the tequila taste on this?
No, but something. It's a little less peaty than normal.
It is less peaty.
16-year-old, which is odd because it's younger.
Mm-hmm.
But something, I guess the influence of whatever time, I don't know how much time they spent in it. I mean, they're not doing 12 years in those tequila casks. It did a certain amount of time in regular ex-bourbon cask, and then
switched over to the tequila.
And then they switched to the Don Julio, which
ex-bourbon.
Also ex-bourbon cask. But it's something mellowed it out a little bit.
I'm telling you, it's
also quite a bit lighter. It's closer to the color of their 8-year than it is to their 16.
It is not as peated. You don't get as strong a peat, I don't think, as you do with like Lagavulin 16. I like it. It's probably one of my favorite scotches right now.
It's really good.
It's hard to beat Lagavulin 16 though. It's hard to beat that. It just is.
There's a couple of Ardbegs I haven't tried yet that I drank the last dram out of my Ardbeg Anoa night before last. And
see, I haven't had the Anoa.
That's good.
Is it?
and it's so thick and oily. It's beautiful. And but there's Corvecan and Ugadal.
Ukulele.
Ugadal is the name of the stream from which the water that they make the Ardbeg from comes from. I do know that. I'm not sure what Corvecan is, but the Ugadal is about $120. Corvecan's about $70. But
I forget what this was. I didn't pay attention when I bought it.
But they never have. If you go to Total in Dallas, you can get them, or Colonial in Little Rock. But here I've not seen anything beyond regular old Ardbeg.
I found a place that has both of those.
Really?
I'm not going to tell you. Well, I'm not going to tell you right now where it is, but I will tell you when we're off the air.
Yeah, we don't want other people going and getting it.
No, because it'll all be gone.
I was reading.
We're keeping that to ourselves.
I was reading a Reddit note because I was trying to figure out how long it took and stayed in the casks, and it says it was finished, as you said.
Yeah, I figured it was finished.
And he was saying like all the different flavor profiles or like notes, you know. And it says easy to sip, lacking in the palate. I hate to say smooth, but it is.
Yeah,
it is very.
The viscosity makes it a real standout compared to the standard releases. Then he says,
I don't think it's as viscous as 16.
It is not.
Then this one says, drunk wife says.
That guy.
Yeah. It tastes like playing on a tree swing under a giant oak, waving at cars going by while dad works on the truck in the garage. Basically rubber and machinery and oak.
That's 16. Not
So
I guess he makes a lot of things like this, huh?
I've read that exact review, and I thought drunk wife says. I think he does.
That's funny.
And this one's drunk wife says same but watery.
So I was just going to say, when he said the viscosity, it made me think the mouthfeel is not as...
It's not as thick as 16.
Is not as thick as the 16. However, I think the finish, the last on it, the way it's, you maintain that flavor, I think it lasts just about as long as the 16.
You're going to have to try one of the... that Anoa, I really appreciated that last dram of that. And the viscosity... It was like 10W30. I mean, it was
pretty thick.
The legs on that were crazy thick.
That's crazy. That's so funny.
This has got some pretty decent legs. I'm surprised because it's not as old, but man, it's got legs. So
it's got legs.
Yeah, that's easy.
I really do like that song, though.
So, John, tell me what's up in your world. What have you been doing? Tell me about this place that you looked up.
Your new shows. You're always watching these shows.
Oh, so it was just a one-off documentary that I've been waiting to see, and I wasn't sure if it was real or if it was kind of like Blackwell Ghost thing where it's
a mockumentary.
Yeah, and it was real. It's called The Haunting Lodge. As in like hunting lodge, but haunting lodge. And this is a real place.
So cheeky.
It's a real place. It's called, we'll give them a plug here. It's called Pine Ridge Hunting Plantation. It's in Fort Gaines, Georgia. And they don't bill themselves as being haunted at all. This is, they're all about the Georgia hunting. Deer, turkey, and quail hunting, right? But the lodge, the little house there, the guy who owns it started getting reports from his hunters about footsteps walking around the wraparound porch or some footsteps coming up and down the hall and voices and stuff. So, he won't stay there. He'll let other people pay to stay there. Oh, really? But, but he's got many reports since they bought the place from his hunters, So he had a paranormal team came in and did an investigation there. And, it seems like there was residual stuff from the people who had owned the house before. Yeah. But also there was an intelligent, I would call it elemental type thing.
Why elemental? Like
I have to go off
wood fairy
what the medium said, but then what the cameras caught using the, Zach would call it a full spectrum camera, but this one records video. And they set it up outside. Facing into the field, looked like a cornfield, but which makes it even creepier for some reason. But
Children of the Corn.
there's report, like ghost light reports, right? And this caught him like coming down the mountain or the hillside there, and then into the field, and then something goes by the camera. But they're interacting with these ghost lights out in the cornfield. So, like, you couldn't see it on normal night vision, but you could see it on the full spectrum of lights. And
so it's something that ultraviolet or infrared.
Something coming down the hall. They caught the footsteps on the porch. Mm-hmm. They caught, and they caught footsteps coming down the hallway and voices, not EVP, but with the ears and microphones. Mm-hmm. Like the wife was or the husband was sleeping, but the wife was awake, and they had a camera. A camera down the hall, IR cameras down the hall, IR cameras in the bedrooms, and he's fast asleep. But she jumps out of bed because she hears the footsteps, and you can hear this like boot fall coming down the hallway.
That's crazy.
From the front door towards the back bedroom, which is exactly what was being reported. And then you hear the footsteps come there. Then you hear a voice says, "Get up." Not get out, but get up.
Get up. I want to play.
But it's very interesting.
So speaking of plugging, you said plug. It reminded me of something. So I figured this would be a good place to plug other podcasts and YouTube and stuff like that we listen to. And one of my friends is buddies with this guy who goes out and does Bigfoot hunting. He's from Texas, and he goes to like Oklahoma. He's been up to the Sierras or whatever.
I think he's planning a trip to this year.
Oh, is he? Wait, no, he's already been.
Oh, just
anyway,
it's not edited and sent out yet.
Mm-mm. So anyway, check out the Squatchin Cowboy, and he spends a lot of time out in the woods doing videos for Bigfoots, and they caught some whoops. I guess you're more the Bigfoot person, but the whoop, he caught a whoop up in Oklahoma. Something about a footprint they saw.
Yeah, I can't remember where that was.
But I want to say that was Oklahoma as well.
Texas.
Was it Texas?
Where is Texas?
Okay. So there's that, and then there's...
Oh, it was probably down in the... What you dig?
I don't know.
I'll have to go back and look. I can't remember now.
Yeah. But go check out his site. It's the Squatchin Cowboy on YouTube. Another person that I would like to call out, because we've listened to them, they do a really good job, and they're just starting out, is Country Road Creeps. They've got YouTube videos out there, and they also have a podcast out there. And we really enjoy it. We listen to podcasts at night as we're going to sleep, and all kinds of different ones. But
usually the haunting stuff.
Yeah, the spooky stuff and true crime. And they do a mix of true crime, and they do paranormal stuff. So it's pretty interesting. And they have a really good delivery. I really like that. Mm-hmm. So check them out. Country Road Creeps and Squatchin Cowboy. Enjoy them like I do.
Enjoy them like I do.
I do. I enjoy listening to them.
I do too.
I listen to Joe Rogan a lot, but so does everyone else in the world.
Is that the only podcast you really listen to?
No, I listen to the one with Jeremy. I don't know why I can't think today. With George Knapp and Jeremy, the guy who did the...
Oh, yeah, the George Knapp.
Yeah. I can't remember.
Okay, cerebral flatulence.
It's all about UFO stuff.
It's gray hair.
It's all UFO stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, on YouTube, lately I've been enjoying Hellbent Holler.
Weaponized,
thank you. The Weaponized podcast. Yes, listen to that. And, but on YouTube, Hellbent Holler, they're really good. They do a lot of everything from feral people to...
Yeah, they do.
They go out looking for feral people, Bigfoots, a lot of stuff in the LBL.
Oh, yeah. Land Between the Lakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The So tonight, like I say, this is kind of different for us. We're not doing a spooky story or some kind of paranormal stuff tonight. We're just kind of talking. But one of the things we got in the works right now, we've got an episode that's going to be at least 2 and probably end up being 3 episodes long because there's just so much to it. And we couldn't do it justice. And we thought, well, you know, we can either come to the table and do this or, you know, just skip a week. And we didn't want to skip a week. So I
just want to do it justice and also try to think of something. So many people have done it. Kind of like, I mean, we've done Amityville.
You got to do a good job on it.
And you know, everyone's done Amityville. But, you know, which is also a true crime haunting type story. Mm-hmm. But with this one, there's so much information and so much speculation about what happened.
It's kind of like,
honestly, the haunting takes the back seat. Truly,
it really does, and it's kind of like a band doing a cover of a hit. You either have to do it exactly like
you can't half-ass it,
or completely,
or you got to completely blow it out of the water.
Yeah, you can't just do a couple little riffs that are different. Like you really got to either keep it exactly how it is or totally change it up.
Disturbed the way they did the Sound of Silence. Yeah.
That was so good, though.
What? You had a thought?
Oh, no.
It was all over your face.
Yeah, I was trying to think of covers. I mean, one of the best bands at doing covers and completely changing them up is
Ghost.
Ghost,
yeah.
But I really wanted to give...
They do a whole EP of covers like every couple of years.
Which I love. I mean, I think that's fun. But I really wanted to give it its due attention that it deserves.
Yeah, it's not something I want to half-ass because it's such a great story.
Not that I half-ass any of them that I do, but there's so much information and being able to compartmentalize and also try to bring something from so many different areas to where it's something, you know, maybe that you haven't heard in other things, not just the full, here's the history, here's what happened, and then here's the haunting.
Right.
There's so many other things that go into it and speculation and what have you, so I kind of wanted to take time to do that.
So here's what I want to know, and if you're watching on YouTube, just down in the comments, if you want to hear something that you think, God, why don't these guys talk about XYZ? Then put XYZ in the comments. Let us see what you want to hear, and we will definitely do the research.
Because we always got to look for stuff to do.
You know? I know, we're always looking for new stuff.
Sometimes I just accidentally stumble, you know.
Yeah.
Those are some of the best, though. You know, when you find something that you're really interested in, you go, wow, that'd be great for the podcast. You know, it's a great story. Let's do that one, you know.
And see, I like things that are different than, like, you guys are total UFO, cryptid, you know, Bigfooters, stuff like that. I'm like, true crime. I
love true crime too. Those are my favorite Netflix documentaries. I eat that shit up.
I know, I do too. I love it. That's my podcast.
Cool. What's really cool is when you can combine them.
Right, and that's why some of these stories
Fox
are
Hollow
great. Yeah,
that we did.
That's just
you got
fascinating.
You got the I-70 Strangler and then you got the actual haunting of that place where, you know, he dumped all the bodies and everything. So that's like my favorite.
I feel like there's probably a lot of, not all of them famous, but a lot of true crime stuff is created a haunted space.
I'm sure.
Oh, especially in buildings and homes and.
Did you ever watch that thing, that Murder House Flip series on?
No, I need to.
When they got to Jodi Arias' house.
Listen,
they bought it. They tear the carpet up and put the freaking light on it. There's blood everywhere.
Oh, no.
I forgot about that. I need to watch that because that's just like that kind of stuff. Like, I mean, I was watching the whole court thing on that, but I mean,
did that get as much publicity as like OJ?
No.
You don't think?
No. I mean,
no, because I had forgot until I watched Murder House Flip. I recognized the name Jodi Arias, but I had to be reminded.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
of the
no,
crime.
I know that name.
Is that crazy,
man.
hussy?
But I don't need to be reminded of that white Bronco chase.
No, because you can play Duke Nukem and see that. Did you ever play Duke Nukem 3D?
No, he's played the regular Duke Nukem.
Okay, so when it went to 3D,
I'm gonna kick you in the nuts.
It was so funny. This is my boomstick.
Boomstick.
So in Duke Nukem, he walks into this bar and there's a TV up on. Say it. I dare you. I dare you. TV. There's a TV up on the wall in the bar.
I thought it though.
There's like 2 cop cars chasing after a white Bronco.
I used to want one of those mid '90s white Bronco, all white like that.
The little ones. That's when they went kind of small.
Oh no, that's Bronco 2. No,
That's a Bronco 2.
OJ would drive a full size Bronco.
Oh, that's right. He had the big one.
He probably did.
Hey.
But I wanted to get a white Bronco. This is one of my lottery dreams. I want a white Bronco, and then on the back window, I want to say the juice is loose.
The juice is loose.
The best one there was one in town, not this town, some town I was in, and the license plate said not OJ.
Not OJ.
Not OJ. Oh, that's great too. I love that.
I know. I loved it.
Was it a Texas plate?
Yes.
Damn.
I think so. I think it was. I say that. I've lived in so many states. Maybe it wasn't Texas, but I think that was just awesome. It's amazing. But you can't do it with the new Broncos they came out with because they are nothing like that Bronco.
You don't think?
The original. Heck no.
No, the big ones, the big new Broncos are like a 71 Bronco.
Yeah, that they're old school.
And then the little ones are soccer mom things.
Yeah.
The Bronco Sport.
Oh yeah, no, that's
they're
not.
not.
That doesn't count. I don't. That's like when they're redoing the Blazer and then they bring it out. It's not a Blazer.
No,
But I'll tell you what, it is cool.
It's a soccer mom hauler.
If you get one of the ones that are blacked out,
The blacked out ones are
there's
cool.
a blue one that's blacked
they're
out. It's not
nice.
bad looking, but I still like the Broncos. The full size Broncos are awesome.
I'm not gonna lie. Chevy has a real pretty red Bronco. There's a red Blazer in town. Oh,
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, there's a blue one I see around town, like
Is
a
there?
bright electric.
there's a
blue
blacked
with
out one too.
But I would never buy that.
Not for the cost.
I've seen the blacked out Blazer. There's one in town, and that is a smoking hot looking vehicle.
Smoking hot.
It is
More than a full size Bronco.
I would probably.
It's
have
I would rather have the Bronco.
It's like
any day.
Djokovic hot. I mean,
yo-yo.
yeah, JoJo.
Yo-yo.
That's what I said, JoJo. It's JoJo.
Slavic. It's yo-yo.
I know what it is, but how's it spelled?
J-O-J-O.
And what does that spell?
Yo-yo.
You talking about the Fifth Element chick?
Yes.
But not from the Fifth Element. Later on, like
Mila Jovovich.
Mila Jovovich. Yeah, that one when she was when she was fighting the Umbrella Corporation. What was that? What was that show?
We just talked
Resident
about this.
Evil.
Resident Evil.
Yes.
The first Resident Evil. That would be my celebrity crush.
We
That
talked
would be
about
my
this, yes.
that would be my celebrity crush.
So
hall pass.
So female
Matter of fact,
celebrity crushes
matter of fact.
in sci-fi fantasy action films. I'm gonna go Kate Beckinsale in that cat suit in the Underworld series.
Okay, so that one is I don't know. It'd be a toss up though. But the Jovovich one from when she did Resident Evil, that is one I wouldn't even ask for permission. I would just go do that, and then I would come home and I would beg for forgiveness. Babe, please forgive me. And knowing how hot she is, Alyssa loving me like she does, I know that she would say, "Babe, it's okay. I understand." Wouldn't you, babe?
Absolutely.
See? God, what a great woman. You're the best.
You know,
I know who your celebrity
we
crush
talked about that
It's that
because
dude from Criminal Minds.
Yes, it is. Shamar Moore. That is her celebrity
Listen,
crush.
so you know what? That's what we could do. We
You
could
have my
play
permission.
FMK on the places that we've talked about.
Places?
The haunted houses that we've talked about. So we played
We'd have
FMK.
We'd have to set that up.
Oh, never mind.
F, Marry, Kill?
I got it. Yeah.
Okay. So we played that, but with inanimate objects, like food and things.
Well, I mean, for F, it's obviously got to be like an orange or a grapefruit.
No.
Charred out in the middle.
So this is how we thought.
No, not that, you pervert.
Like you'd
We're
want it
talking
one
about-
time.
Apple pie.
You'd want it one time, marry it, you want it all the time,
Yeah,
and
you
kill
wouldn't
it, you want nothing to do with it.
Right.
So let's say if we did some of the places that we've talked about that are haunted. Let's take the Amityville house, the Sally house, and what's another house that we've done? How about
Beckwith, Hinsdale. I mean,
how about the Smurl?
oh, okay.
So that's the haunted.
The one in Pennsylvania.
That's the haunted mortuary, right?
No.
I forget.
Yeah, the Smurl was the one where it was a duplex. Mom and Dad lived on one side. Sonny Boy and his kids lived on the other.
Got you.
That was the Smurl. That was the one with the had 3 ghosts and 1 demon.
Okay. So which one do you F? One time and one time only? Actually, which one do you live in?
Amityville.
You're going to live in Amityville.
Yeah, because nobody that's lived in it since George Lutz has had any experiences or anything. Because George Lutz made it all up.
And it's in a really nice area.
I 100% agree. I would live in Amityville. Which one
And
do
I would marry
you...
Amityville.
Okay, so which one do you F? So one time and one time you're done. Smurl or Sally?
I
Sally.
don't remember a lot about Smurl, so I'm going to go with Sally.
I'm going to go with Sally too. So I think you kill the Smurl because I think there
Kill
was
the
just...
Smurl.
There's some
there's no way
evil
I'd live
stuff
there.
in
Wait, where was the Smurl?
That was the one in Pennsylvania. And remember after the hurricane?
But Sally's in Iowa or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so I must switch it because...
You would rather live in Iowa than...
No, I'd rather, I mean, if I'm going to stick around, I want somewhere where you can go get cheesesteaks.
Yeah,
and
that's
Billy
Mary.
or Permane Brothers sandwiches.
That's
in
that's
Pittsburgh.
Mary. So that would be the Amityville.
Well,
You
that's
would
in
marry
New York.
Amityville.
In New York.
He
Yeah.
wants to marry Amityville.
You would marry Amityville.
Yeah, because it ain't haunted.
Yeah. And
It's a murder house.
one time,
But it's
one
not
time you
haunted.
would live in, or you would go visit.
One in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, the Smurl house.
Smurl.
So that's just one time. So that's a
I've been to Pennsylvania before. It's nice.
yeah. But you would kill.
Don't want anything to do with Iowa.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you 3 of my hotels that are still in operation in Texas.
Okay.
Adolphus,
But, yeah, nice.
Emily Morgan in San Antonio. And I just lost the other one I was going to say. Hang on a second. Emily Morgan,
Galvez?
Adolphus, or the Galvez, yes.
Okay. I would marry the Galvez.
You're going to marry the Galvez
I'd
in
marry the
Galveston.
Galvez. Yes. Adolphus would be F.
You're going to kill Emily Morgan?
Yeah, I'd kill Emily Morgan.
Oh, no, they're all nice.
I know, right?
Yeah, but but it's like
But I don't want to necessarily live in Galveston. It's kind of a swamp. But,
Galvez is nice. though.
hurricanes and all that. The Adolphus is nice.
Granted,
And you're right there downtown Dallas.
but you're right at the coast. If you're in Galvez,
Yeah, but the hurricanes don't make it all the way to Dallas.
well, you're right.
Rita made it up here, but and San Antonio's nice too. I mean,
That Emily Morgan. Or even Davy
No,
Crockett.
you know what? I changed mine. I want to marry Emily Morgan
tacos.
She's a beaut.
because I could
The
live.
food
I
in
could
San
live there.
Antonio.
I could live there for the food.
It's across the street from Voodoo Donuts.
That never crossed my mind.
And the Riverwalk. I'm marrying Emily. Okay, me and Emily.
I would
I'm marrying
marry
Emily
Okay,
Morgan.
I'll stay at the Adolphus then because
I'd marry
I
Emily.
can walk down to Connie Rosso Pizza
I
or
would-
the Flying Marlin or anywhere I want.
I really
to
do
eat
like
downtown.
Galveston, so I'm gonna F Galvez and I'm just gonna kill Adolphus.
Yeah, I'd kill Adolphus.
It's nice.
But I mean, I've lived in Dallas. I grew up in Dallas. It's like, so it's.
I 100% could live on the beach, but I ain't a fan of hurricanes. I'm not.
Like Galveston's a nice place to visit, but
No.
I wouldn't want to live there.
You know what I don't like about Galveston?
Crystal Lake, somewhere up there, up further, or League City,
Crystal Beach.
somewhere like that, maybe. But
You know what I don't like about Galveston? Brown water. It's
Very rarely is it not.
the NASA bedroom communities are a lot nicer.
Yep.
Parker-
I don't mind
Parker Heights
Surfside to be
and
honest
League
with
City.
you.
Surfside's okay, but the water's still nasty looking. It's
It
still
is, but at least
brown
the
looking.
beach is not.
Surfside's a lot nicer beach, though.
Yeah, the beach
It
is
is
better
nice. Yeah,
It's
that's
a
where we
lot better.
go. Like in the summertime,
when we go.
we go down there. We always go to Surfside, but
And it's not that far from Lake Jackson. You go up there and do all your grocery shop, and then if you want to go to Galveston and hit up all that stuff, you can.
See, our summer beach trip used to be. I mean, not anymore since my mom passed away. But was Orange Beach.
See, that's what we were talking about doing recently.
Hit the
or in the near
redneck
future.
Riviera.
I want to do like Foley or Dauphin Island, like something out there in Orange Beach, Alabama, the Gulf Shores, Alabama stuff.
Or around Destin, 30.
Yeah,
So you can
still
spend a
here.
night in any haunted place that you want.
Taz farted, by the way.
That's disgusting. No one wants to hear that. So do I cut that or do I expound on it? Just keep going.
It's Frenchy farts, man.
Yeah, Taz is a
John,
Frenchie.
He already
John
cut
has
it.
his French bulldog sitting next to him, and he just expelled gas in a closed
It's a
studio.
rough one, too.
Really is.
It's a rough
That's amazing. Awesome.
Taz.
It's awesome. Thanks. So you can spend a night in any haunted location that you want. John, where do you go?
Ooh.
One night. You spend the whole night. Here's the kicker, though. You have to stay by yourself.
Oh.
No cell phone. No way to call out.
No cell phone. What am I going to take video of the ghost?
You're
with?
not. You're just going to experience
Can
it.
I choose a hotel?
Sure. Any haunted location you want. But you can't take any kind of electronic equipment with you. It's just you and the ghosties. Where do you stay?
I don't know what to think about that. I can tell you we're not. Or we're not in what season I wouldn't.
Okay.
The place in Gainesville in the
That
summer.
we went that was hot? Yeah, okay.
It was so hot.
Fair enough.
I'm also not going to Trans Allegheny. That is a no from me.
I would.
Not by myself.
I would do that.
Not by myself. No.
Okay. One night and one night only. No electronic equipment. You don't know where you go?
I'm going to a hotel.
Which one?
I'm still thinking on that.
Okay.
That's a good idea because then you have the amenities and
An open one, like not the Baker. Like I'm going to and it's not the Crescent. I
Crockett
love
was cool.
It was. I love Eureka, but I have never stayed at the Crescent because I am terrified.
really.
I really am. I am
ain't
scared of the Crescent.
I've never been to the Crescent. Never been to Eureka.
Now,
Shame on you.
Well, it's many times as
I've
much
been
time
to
I
the
spent in
Crescent.
Arkansas.
I've been
never
to
been there.
I've been to Eureka, obviously.
I mean, I've taken pictures on the grounds of Crescent. And they're all over my house, but I
stayed there, and I've caught stuff there. I've got some EVPs. I've got a picture from the Crescent where you can see this dude's head back there.
Behind that mysterious woman.
Yeah, just go down
in the
there and
foreground.
look at my shorts, and you can go down through there. I caught a ghost at a haunted hotel, and that's the one.
Davy Crockett was really cool. I'd like to take the Emily. I think I would do that because I want to go there anyway.
Gettysburg.
Just on the
That's the other
battlefield,
thing
just
I
Just
out
love.
on the battlefield.
sleeping under the stars.
Sleeping under the stars. I would stay there overnight. Nothing but me and the ghosties.
I do want to go there.
I think that would just
Google
be
the side
beautiful.
of Pickett's Charge or Round Top or where, just anywhere.
Yeah.
He's just gonna
Or
walk all around it.
220, 221, whatever it takes. I don't know.
I don't know if the park's open at night
I don't think that
unless
is.
you
I'd
make
have to-
arrangements ahead of time.
I'd have to sneak in to do it, but I mean, if I could stay anywhere like that, I'd pick the Gettysburg.
Well, you could stay out of Camp Ford overnight. Probably sleep in one
That's
of those old
enough.
buildings there. You might run
I've
into a
been out
homeless
there.
person.
I've
No.
been out there overnight.
No.
No, not Camp Ford. Camp Ford's
And
haunted,
if you
by
get
the way.
hungry, there's a Whataburger right next door.
You could see the lights.
But Camp Ford for us, that place is haunted for 100%.
Yeah, if you
full
live in this
show.
area and you want a place that doesn't cost you to go, and you
And you
can
wanna go see something
likely
haunted.
see something, there you are.
I've never been out there that I didn't catch a picture, an EVP, see it with my own eyes. I mean,
I've never been there.
100%. We need to go.
That was the drop-off point. When I go spend the weekend with my grandparents
Mm-hmm.
in Winona.
That's where y'all meet up.
Yeah, Mom would go there, and that's where my grandpa would come in and meet Mom there. It was always, but back then it was just woods with a sign that said it was a. Now this whole new. I've been there since they.
Now
So
it's just
this
like
place-
everything around it. They've
So
just
this
left
place, for those who don't know, and they're not from here, there were approximately 5,000
Prisoners of war.
POWs that went through there.
Union prisoners. This was
Union?
a Confederate-run
Yes.
POW camp.
Civil War POW camp in the South. So it was
Yankee
Union soldiers.
prisoners.
Mm-hmm.
And
We don't call them Yankees. We call them Union soldiers.
well, they would have been from up north. So.
I know I'm messing with you. So anyway, but out of that 5,000, like 500 of them died there from disease, starvation, etc.
You know what? The other camp that was where the North camp
Fannin?
at Camp Fannin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had German and Italian POWs there during World War II.
Is it haunted too?
I don't know. They built a UT Health big giant campus there right on top of it.
Okay, here
So
you go. I got one for you.
there's a giant hospital there. Where
The psych hospital that you and I used to work at, by yourself overnight, no electronic devices, no lights, no electricity, nothing. Just stay there overnight.
I don't know. Maybe it's a call center, so it's a 24-hour
No,
call center now. So
no,
there's
we're
always
talking about,
someone there.
We're talking
Oh, I
about
bet
it's
they
shut
get
down
stuff.
for one night just for John to stay in it overnight in that hospital.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Snack machines are still working. Yeah.
No,
We didn't
no
have 'em.
electricity. Everything's shut down. It's just you in the hospital.
You know what, though? I bet that hospital that's out there where Fannin was probably is haunted because back when I was a kid, we called that the chest hospital because it was that's just what we all, everybody around here called it chest hospital. That was a TB ward.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about
Sixth
in
floor?
the 60s, the 70s. This was a
Right.
TB ward.
Sixth floor. The sixth floor.
Well, the sixth
I believe.
floor didn't exist back. The whole hospital was a TB ward.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's.
You talking about
I think
271?
it's just the sixth
Yeah.
floor now.
Yeah, this is long before this is before you were born.
Yeah.
But but
Listen.
I've lived here my whole life, right? So my
Seven.
grandparents called it the chest hospital.
That's crazy.
Mom, it wasn't.
Speaking of chest hospital, what about Waverly? Did you stay at Waverly overnight by yourself?
Is that the place with the creeper?
No,
That's
Trans-Allegheny.
I'll try to stay at Trans-Allegheny because I want to see the creeper.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to see no creeper. I ain't trying to see no creeper.
What's the point of staying there if you don't want to see something?
I'm
That's
scared.
the point.
Not by myself. I'll go with somebody else. Not by myself.
Oh, Puddin'.
I know. I'm scared of cat. So not even Waverly.
No,
I don't think so.
I think I would stay at Waverly. I've never been hurt by anything, so
You've had things thrown at you, though.
I've had things thrown at me more than once, but I've never been hurt. I mean, been hit, but never hurt. So
I'm not as tough as you. If I got hit, I'd die. Just pure fear. I'm a scaredy cat, though.
I didn't say it didn't scare me because it scared me
But I don't want to stay there without. I want stuff to be able to record.
to record it.
Not just experience it with all your senses. You want to be able to take it and
I want
hear
one of
things.
those giant rigs like Zach walk around with thermal and the SLS
So it just gets you
and what do you call it? And the
harness.
full spectrum. Also, I got 3 screens to watch all at once.
and you just have a harness and hook all this
Exactly.
stuff up to
Yeah,
it.
little thing that just goes over your shoulder.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. Out of some of the places that we've talked about, I'd like to go to Bobby Mackey's.
I would like to. I wouldn't
Hell
spend.
no.
I would like to
No.
go
I wanna
for
go.
Friday night happy hour,
Mm-hmm.
but I do not have any interest. I won't spend the night in that thing.
No. I didn't mean to stay the night.
You
I
ain't
didn't
locking
mean to
me
stay
in
the night.
that place overnight.
No. I just want to go. I just want to go see
Just to see it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like kind of like the
Yeah.
Crescent. I don't want to necessarily go ghost hunting at the Crescent.
And you're
I would
close to
stay there,
Cincinnati,
but-
right? So you can go try some of that weird skyline chili with a giant pile of cheese on top of spaghetti.
So here's the thing that you can tell folks about the Crescent. If you go there and let's say you go to Eureka Springs and you don't want to stay at the Crescent, you can always go down to Basin Park downtown.
Which is so neat. The downtown is just incredible.
You can go to Basin Park, and I guarantee you, Basin Park is just as haunted
Yeah.
as
So I've
the
heard.
Crescent.
I love
But it
Eureka.
just doesn't have the
we haven't
notoriety.
been in too long. It's been way too long since
Yeah,
we've
it's
been to
been a while.
Eureka.
Well, now that Mexico's not on the table, maybe start going back there for your anniversary trips.
Mexico just doesn't seem appealing right now.
Too dangerous.
It is.
It ain't ghosts.
People are getting kidnapped and chopped up. And
got wars going on between cartels down there. And
not a good time.
And I mean, I think it'd be nice to revisit Eureka. They have great food. I'm surprised you haven't been. They really do have good food.
It's 4 hours from Little Rock, so it's like going to Little Rock and then going another 4 hours.
Well, I know it's 8 hours from here.
Yeah,
but it's worth it if you have.
I want to
like
go.
A 5-day weekend, like not just a 3-day. Like you need at least like a 4. Like leave on a Wednesday, come back on a Sunday.
Mara took a spring break trip there last year.
So pretty. I'd go there.
Well,
what was I going to say?
Would you spend the night in some Bigfoot woods?
I was going to say, would you go to Portlock?
Ooh,
that's the question.
Not Bigfoots. Not Bigfoot. It's not the Bigfoots I'm scared of. It's the Grizzlies.
I see.
It's the thing that 100% is there that will eat you.
So here's the thing.
Soft tissue first.
Here's the thing. The Bigfoot might get you. The grizzly will get you. Yeah.
No question.
I mean, you can't. Even the people I've seen do expeditions there, the Great Northwest expeditions, where they don't spend a night there. They spend a night on the boat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't sleep.
They leave
there
before the sun goes down.
Yeah. I would too.
And they are armed to the teeth when the sun's out.
What about
because the bears?
What about Hoya Baciu?
Definitely go there. Yeah, definitely go there. I definitely want to go at night because Josh Gates and Expedition 8, he sent this team there, the gorgeous, amazingly beautiful Jessica Chobot and that other dude.
What does that have to do with anything?
He sent them back to. So remember, he went to Hoya Baciu, and his crew member got thrown, and they caught it on camera.
Actually saw that. That was pretty interesting.
So in the new season of Expedition X, where he makes somebody else go to these places.
So he's pulling the Zach number where he stays in
Vegas
or whatever and sends Aaron and
he still
whoever.
does Expedition Unknown. He still goes places, but he has this other series where he has Jessica Chobot, paranormal investigator, Ed. Beautiful woman.
I knew that was going to
stunningly beautiful woman, and that dude that goes with her, who's the skeptic and the scientist.
Yeah,
and he said that back to Hoya Baciu like 10 years later type thing.
Yeah,
as the first episode of this new season that's out now, and more weird stuff happened.
Yeah,
I would definitely
think Hoya Baciu's legit. I would
love to go.
I really do.
They caught a legit apparition on camera, on multiple cameras. At the edge of the trees, at the dead circle, something walking around through the woods back there.
Yeah,
that it wasn't on thermal, so it wasn't a person,
right?
But the IR caught it.
See, that's the place I'd like to go, but I don't want to go by myself, and I don't want to go without anything. I want to go with all the things.
So just talking about all the different places that we're talking about. Would you go there? Would you stay here? Would you do that? We have talked about a lot of interesting places on this podcast. We really have. We've looked at a lot of different interesting places. We've talked about a lot of different interesting things. And what I really like about this is my whole concept for the podcast when we started was, we have some great conversations, and it wouldn't be cool if we could just open up the door and let people in to come see us, when we're having this conversation. You just pull up a chair and sit down with us. And that's kind of like what I wanted this always to be. And so in doing that, we've all, researched these different things and gained so much knowledge and information about these different things, beyond what we already knew. And so this has been a lot of fun for me and very intellectually fulfilling, I guess, doing it this way. So we've had a lot of really cool stories that we've told. So now we got to figure out where we're going to go next. What story are we going to do next? What are we going to find to top what we've already done? So, and we're almost a year in now. Do you realize that?
I'm curious to see if people would be interested in more of the UFO, Bigfooty, cryptid stuff, or because there's not a whole lot of UFO, and I don't know. I mean, there's plenty probably stories. I'm just not a UFO.
There's a couple of UFO ones that I've thought about that we haven't.
Well, I don't even. Well, you did Travis Walton, but I don't even think of that as being paranormal anymore. Now that it's been acknowledged by the government, they've released their own videos. To me, it's just like, oh yeah, the aliens are here.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a thing.
It's a thing that's interesting. That's amazingly, some people still do. What really trips me out, though,
extraordinary, but not paranormal.
Yeah, but what really trips me out, no one seemed to care. Unless you were in these
in 2017.
Unless you were into this already, nobody seemed to care. This was on CNN, MSNBC.
There was
Fox
some meme
News.
that was going around where it was like in 2017, the government came out, flat out admitted,
showed you videos of it.
We got videos of flying saucers,
and no one cared.
Unless
you were already into
this. A new Safeway opening on. It was like it was on the same byline.
I mean,
like, nobody cared.
Me and Mike are geeking out.
Yeah, it's like,
and they're like, "Great, this is going to change the entire world." And no, nobody cared.
Nobody gave a shit.
Which tells me that the whole time that they were keeping all this stuff secret, they could have made. I don't know. Maybe at this point, America was beyond ready to the point of who cares.
Yeah, and I think that that
in the 50s,
when you look at the
percentage.
And I forget what it is. I used to know the number, but the percentage of people that actually believe that there are aliens, flying saucers, whatever you want to call them, UFOs, UAPs, which is that's the
new PC
that's
term.
The name du jour.
Yeah,
is UAPs, but
because of the
so many
stigma
people
attached
believe,
to UFO. The government started calling them UAP.
Yeah, but now everybody believes anyway.
Yeah. And no one cared.
I know, it's like it makes you think of Finding Nemo when the pelicans are sitting there and then one farts and it's just like a little bubble. It's just like bloop and the guy goes, nice. And then it's over. Like that's what it's like. It was like a fart. Yeah. Like it's just bloop. And
somebody's going to bring in a Bigfoot. It gets classified, gets its scientific name, Apis North Americanus, whatever, right? And it'll be
Apis North Americanus.
One news cycle.
Well, dude, that's what
and
we
no
live
one will
in.
Care.
We live in that.
About Bigfoot? You're saying?
Yeah, because we live in that TikTok.
Except for us, the people that are into this.
Yeah. Everybody has that TikTok mentality. I'm good for 30 seconds or less, and then I'm swiping.
Right. And nobody, but funny thing, nobody thinks you're crazy anymore for believing in this stuff,
yeah,
really.
Nobody does. Well,
Ghost
I enjoy
is really the wild frontier.
That's the one that people will still think you're nuts.
Yeah.
Like there's it's divisive almost.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, especially.
I had someone tell me, because their daughter sat in on a podcast with us one time. And so it only happened once, and you know who I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
So shout out to you know who you are. Her dad told me that I had sucked his daughter into this, what do you call it? Voodoo black magic bullshit.
Yeah, something like that.
We were doing.
Something like that.
And I'm like, really?
For once, she's a grown woman.
Yeah.
She can choose to do that. But also, it's really not. But then that just transpired into a whole other conversation. So it's truly like, that is really divisive when it comes to...
Yeah, Alyssa got very uncomfortable because he and I were having a discussion on the back patio, and he was talking about, well, he said, this is like spitting in the face of Jesus Christ by doing all your paranormal stuff. And I'm like, JC and the crew doesn't care. They don't care at all.
No.
Well, how is that?
It's in the book.
And I said, well, the Bible talks about ghosts, right?
It talks about Jesus exorcising demons out of
and flying saucers.
And put it into a pig.
The wheel in the wheel that Ezekiel saw, up in the air.
Well, we know what that was.
That was a flying saucer.
Yeah.
For sure.
But
oh, yeah. Oh, Ancient Aliens. That's another one. Oh, I could go to sleep watching Ancient Aliens.
Oh, what would he think of this T-shirt with these goats?
But
this dude with the hair?
Staphylococcus?
Yeah, George Snuffleupagus.
No,
whatever it
it's
is.
Papalacus.
Papalacus.
Hey, you know what? If I had a Greek name, that'd be so amazing.
Aliens. I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was aliens.
Ancient astronaut
Ancient
theory
aliens.
surmise.
We need to start a drinking game since we all drink. We'll have a drinking game to where we take a sip of scotch every time they say ancient
alien theorists
or ancient alien.
According to the ancient astronaut theorists, that's what it is.
According to ancient astronaut
Tsoukalos.
theorists,
Tsoukalos. Giorgio Tsoukalos.
Tsoukalos.
Dude,
He's
sharp,
Swiss-born.
Huh?
Is he really?
He's a Swiss-born writer.
Really? I would have thought he was Greek.
I would too with a name like that.
He sounds
born-
like something you order right off the menu at the Greek restaurant. I want the Tsoukalos.
Oh.
But we have said forever that would be the perfect
extra
show
pita.
to have drinking game too. Because as
So-
soon as they say ancient astronaut theorists,
Here's what I'm really curious about. So I have
It's a
really
good
had
napping show too.
I've had a really good time tonight. Really enjoyed this.
Yes.
I'm wondering how our peeps that listen to us are going to enjoy it. Is this going to be one of those podcasts that we get a lot of views on, or is it going to be like,
they might be like, "Shut up,
Shut
we
up. Nobody
don't
cares."
care."
Yeah. So I really wonder. Do you wonder, John?
I wonder.
I wonder.
It was fun either way.
It was fun. I
Good talk
enjoyed
about.
it.
It's kind of like when we did the whole. Let's kind of do a recap on our favorite kind of a thing, because sometimes you just have to, like, what have we talked about? Because it gets lost. There's so many,
Yeah.
like your Smurl. Like I'm like, is that the one with the?
Did we do that? Yeah. Okay.
Well, maybe, is it Snedeker
Oh,
that's
how
in
about-
the? It's
how
in the
about-
funeral. Is Snedeker the one in the funeral home?
Yes.
Okay.
There's a show, by the way.
Okay.
You would like called "We Bought a Funeral Home,"
Oh, I would love that.
and this family buys this, and this is reality show. right?
Reality TV.
They buy a used funeral home and have remodeled this thing, and
It's haunted.
maybe, but
Yeah.
they do some really cool stuff. Like the embalming room gets turned into a cigar lounge and bar.
Hell
They
yes.
buy a coffin. They get the coffin lift. Mm-hmm. And it's like a bar that opens up all the bottles in it,
Yes.
and you can raise it up to the dining room or down to the cigar
That is
bar.
Oh, that's
true
cool.
repurposing at its finest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
absolutely.
It's like a Canadian. They're in Canada,
Oh,
but
I'd love that.
it's on.
So-
just look for it on Prime Video because it's out there. It's called "We Bought a Funeral."
So back to what you were saying about losing, certain things that we've done because we've done so many, right? And then we were already up to damn near 50 episodes. Yeah. And the night that we sat here and argued, you and John both are going, "Oh, we did Dogman. We did Dogman."
And you're
I'm
like, "I didn't do Dogman. I
hell
did
no,
Dogman."
we didn't do Dogman.
we did, dog man.
we did we both were like, we did Dogman.
I know you guys were right.
I'm like,
And-
we did Dogman.
So here's the thing that's really messed up is that we did Dogman. We recorded it in here, okay, and then I edited it. I got it ready to put up on YouTube.
I forgot to put it up on YouTube.
Edit it.
No, it was in the can. He just didn't.
It was in the can. I
Publish
just
it.
never sent it to YouTube. It was ready to go to podcast because I had converted it over to MP3 to go to podcast. But I had completely forgotten.
He just didn't like
that
publish
we
it
had
or whatever
done
it is.
it.
I thought
'Cause I
those
had
were
published
auto
it.
set to go on to YouTube.
And dude, ain't nothing auto nothing.
He still got to
Everything
push
got
a button.
manual,
He didn't
everything.
push the button, essentially. But hey, we were vindicated.
So
There's
There's
a
a-
button? No. There's a lot of buttons you got to
I,
push.
I understand.
So there's a Dog Band episode that is yet to be released.
Next week, maybe. It'll be out by the time this comes out. Dogman will be out. I think Dogman came out Sunday. I think. Check your YouTube. We got YouTube up. Check it. Because we have a Dogman that either came out last Sunday or coming out this coming Sunday.
Get live like
'Cause
cable with YouTube TV.
Just so that you know, Sunday morning when you're bored and you don't go to church because you're Satanist like we are.
Dyatlov is the one that was just published.
No. Dyatlov
I
didn't
don't think
publish
that's
it.
out yet. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it
Yes,
is.
it is. It's right
It
there.
is.
Okay, then Dogman's right in front of it.
2 days ago, Dyatlov passed. Yeah,
But to say that was the one that was.
It came in on Sunday. So last Sunday was Dogman.
you're right. Episode 45, Beyond the Bar.
No, last Sunday was.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Yes, 2
Okay,
weeks
2
ago
weeks
because
ago,
Roland
whatever.
Doe was this last week.
Okay, so it came out. It's out there.
It is.
So check out the Dogman video. Check out the Dyatlov Pass video.
See what we think about Dogman.
Yeah. Dyatlov Pass. Go look at that one.
That's a good one.
That's a good
story
one.
Is
Yeah,
so good.
that's another one that could have been 2.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Or 3.
Or 3. Or 5.
What did you think about that photo, by the way? From the
Is it Paragoya?
Paradoya?
Paradoya, yeah.
It looked like a dog man coming out of the snow is what it looks like.
It did. But that's what I'm saying. Is it a dog man coming out of the snow or is it Paradoya? You know?
I don't know what it is.
It's creepy looking.
It's creepy. But since
Yeah,
I had not seen that when we did the
I'll
Dyatlov
put the
episode.
picture, like right up here.
Yeah.
Like it'll cover the screen.
It's,
Nobody will see us. They'll just see the dog.
Yeah, and then pause and look and see if they see what we're talking about.
All right. Okay.
Alrighty.
I hope you guys had as much fun tonight as we did.
Yes.
And I hope y'all drank as much scotch as John and I and Alyssa did.
And we look forward to bringing you for more stories, especially the one we were referencing.
Heck yeah.
We have a lot of fun with it. Y'all have a good night.
Good night, guys.
Bye.
Bye.